Now, I recently received a comment about a potential Ghost remake. Now, we're talking about the Call of Duty Ghosts game that came out back in 2013. Random Footage 9120 commented saying, I was wondering if you'd be interested in starting a trend or spreading the word about the possibility of remaking Call of Duty Ghosts using Unreal Engine 5. It would be awesome to see what the game could look like with such a powerful engine. Now, this is an idea that is long talked about. I think some people have already covered this potential idea in having Ghosts remade or remastered and things like that. Now, he suggested using Unreal Engine 5. And although that would be a wonderful idea and something incredible to see, Call of Duty isn't known to use Unreal Engine. They use their Infinity Ward engine. So right off the bat, the game wouldn't be made on Unreal Engine 5. But the possibility, the idea of Call of Duty Ghosts being remastered or remade, I think would be awesome to see. Now, I know that currently there's a issue with gaming. Modern gaming has turned into remakes and remasters and all these things. But they've mainly been made for games that don't necessarily need the remake or the remaster. If you look at The Last of Us, Part 1 did need that remake in terms of like, I could see the visual change. I could see how it used the new models, it recreated things. And in my opinion, it is the definitive way to play because it just feels so realistic, looks so realistic, and it connects seamlessly to the art style of The Last of Us Part 2. So you could play them back to back. So I think that game needed it. And it was awesome to get a full remake of The Last of Us Part 1. Now, I think that Call of Duty Ghosts could use that Last of Us Part 1 type of remake, make it completely new, like gun models, build it from the ground up, build the maps and the character models and everything. I think if they were able to do that, that would be awesome. And use the Infinity Ward engine. I mean, the Infinity Ward engine is smooth, like it's very smooth. It makes the game look nice. It runs well when you play the campaign and things like that. You would just have to add its own art style, make the game feel dark and gloomy and blue, kind of how the original felt. But I would love to experience the game again and all of these missions redone completely. And I wouldn't want a remaster. I wouldn't want it to look kind of like it did in 2013, but just a little bit better and run at, higher frames and be able to run on the PS5 and things like that. I wouldn't want that. I would want a full-on remake, and I think that it would be so freaking cool to see. The idea of getting a game like that and bringing it back, I think could do wonders. I mean, you could revisit the world of Ghost and try again. And if the rumors that we're getting Call of Duty Ghosts 2 are true, you could use this as a launching pad for Ghost because so many people haven't even played Ghost. So many people haven't even heard of Ghost, especially that newer era of Call of Duty players that have been playing. Maybe they don't even care to go back because they don't want to play on old graphics or because they don't have it or whatever the case may be. And so you can do a remake to bring those new players in, to bring old players back, and to prepare for Ghost 2 because it's been over 10 years since the original Ghost released. So you're telling me that you're supposed to remember everything that happened in a game that's over 10 years old and now you want to make a sequel to it? I think Call of Duty Ghosts could benefit heavily from a full-on remake, and it would be awesome to see. You would obviously maybe use the same voices and stuff like that were recorded back in 2013 for the game, and you could make it work somehow. Now, obviously, I know that would be a huge undertaking because Activision and Call of Duty, they think big, they think different, and maybe remaking a game from the ground up that wasn't all that beloved, that wasn't all that great, maybe they won't want to do it. It's something so little that they don't really care about. But wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be awesome to replay Call of Duty Ghosts with new graphics, with new cinematics, with new fucking lighting and great frames and looking realistic as hell? Seeing the United States destroyed really and taking on the Federation in Venezuela and being stuck in the jungle and seeing that great story take place with this new graphics. I don't know. I think it would be cool. I think it would be fun and it would be something very enjoyable that a lot of people could enjoy, and it could bring back the Ghost series in a really strong way.